I'm Timothy Bech Werth. I'm the tech editor at Mashable. I'm here with Sarah Bond, the president of Xbox. That has to be the coolest job title I can imagine. I know you have kids. They must think that's the coolest thing ever, right?
It is the coolest job title. It is also the coolest job. Yeah, but my kids do think it's pretty awesome, but they're always asking for stuff, of course.
Oh, yeah. I would imagine they want to play this amazing device, which we'll talk about in a second, early. They want all the games early.
Everything early. And they are actually really good at giving me ideas and testing things out. So
That's got to be an advantage.
Yeah.
So we're obviously here to talk about an exciting new device. Tell us what this is. I know people have been waiting years for this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Xbox Ally. It is the first time ever that we have created an Xbox handheld. The teams worked with Asus and with Windows to create this device. So now you can finally actually take Xbox with you anywhere you want to go in your hands.
Yeah, I got to play with it a little bit before our interview. It feels like Xbox controllers in your hand. Obviously, it's a little bit heavier because there's more hardware there, but it does have that kind of familiar Xbox feeling. And then it's a full-powered Windows gaming laptop in a way.
Yeah, well, and it's hard actually to talk about it and not pick it up, I'll be honest. Yeah, when you hold it and you close your eyes, it feels like an Xbox controller. But you're right, it is powered by Windows.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty cool aspect of it because once you go through Ubi, every other time you open the device, you boot right into an Xbox experience. But because it's Windows, any game that you have that you've bought from a PC store that's on this device, it all shows up in one library, which is so awesome for gamers.
Yeah, and that's kind of been part of Xbox's strategy, right? Like more cross-platform games, like less focus on exclusives. Can you kind of tell me how this fits into the Xbox like big picture strategy? Why this? Why the handheld?
Well, we've always believed that people want to be able to play any game they want, anywhere they want, with anyone. And gaming is entertainment. You should be able to take it with you everywhere. You shouldn't be constrained to a single device. You shouldn't be locked to a single store. And this is the manifestation of it.
Yeah, so do you imagine most people will have an Xbox console and they'll also have the new Ally handheld? Is that kind of the big picture vision?
You know, I think that we'll see a whole range of people using it. For some folks, this will be the device they want to game on. They want to take their games with them anywhere. They're a PC enthusiast. They want to be able to access all of their stores in one place because you can also plug it into the TV and project to the TV as well. And then there's going to be other people we know that are console users where this is a great add-on to your console experience. One of the cool things we did for console users in here is in the UI, if you have a game that you started on the console, and then you stopped in that game and you grabbed your Ally and you're somewhere out in the world walking around, it actually knows right where you left off and you can go right back in and play that game. And if it's installed on the device, you're playing it natively. But if for some reason it's not on a device, you can actually play it over the cloud. It knows right where you were.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
One of the coolest features I've seen so far is the kind of co-pilot integration.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things is you can actually press the button and ask the AI questions. Where does AI fit into gaming? Is that the vision that everyone has their own like built-in AI assistant as they're playing games from now on?
Well, we just believe that anyone should be able to jump in and play a game, and we should make it easy and accessible, and it should be in flow state with you. So yeah, the way it works is you like long press this button. You could be in the middle of a game. You can ask it, hey, can you tell me how I actually use the ABXY, or what do I do now, or which way do I turn and what happens, and it will help you out. And so it really opens up more games for more people. Like there's some games that are super intimidating. Like so many people were intimidated by Elden Ring, right?
Right. That's a great one.
So people will be more likely to try more games and people stay in games longer. So the team worked really hard to integrate it into the full experience for you versus having to go out, go ask something else. Here it is in flow state. It understands your context. It understands what you want to do and it can help you.
I'm lost. Where do I go from here?
You're right at the Horizon Festival site in Mexico, so pretty much a prime starting spot. Just follow the road out of the festival area and you can explore anywhere you want to go from there.
Yeah, I assumed it would be watching your screen, and that's how it would know, but it seems like it's also reading other data, like it knows what game you're in, or it knows kind of like what you have in the background, what tools are available. So like it's actually pulling in info from a few different places, not just what's on the screen, right?
Yeah, we wanted to build your own gaming sidekick. Like you should never have to game alone ever again, even if you're just holding this device. And so it does do that. When you push the button, It knows where you are in the game. It also knows what game you're playing. It also knows your gamer profile and a whole bunch of things about all of your gamer identity with Xbox. And it uses all of those to give you recommendations, to give you tips, to recommend other games for you that's operating in context of what you want and what you most need.
Yeah, and I mean, to put it in Xbox terms, it kind of feels like your own personal, like, Cortana, you know?
I've had a couple people say that.
But it seems like it's that kind of idea, right? Like, it's a voice in your head that talks to you, that helps you solve problems. And
It's your friend. Yeah. Helps you through your game.
Very cool. So you talked about making gaming accessible. That's definitely something I've heard you say in other interviews as well. I know this starts at $1,000. I know we've recently seen some price increases with Xbox Game Pass, some increases on devices and consoles, and I mean that's got to cut into accessibility a little bit. How do you think about that as president of Xbox, like in terms of making games accessible?
Yeah, there is a lot going on, but at Xbox, what we're focused on is how do we create options for everybody? So with this device, we have two devices. We have the Ally X. It's for a premium experience for the most demanding player. It has all the latest innovation in it. We also have the Xbox Ally if you're a more casual enthusiast who wants to jump in, or you're looking for something cool to buy your kid to put under the tree, this Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's all about having choice and option for players in a time when there's a lot going on and there's a lot of different things that people want.
Interesting. Yeah, the rumors are that the next gen console will be almost more like a gaming PC in a lot of ways. That it'll be super high powered. I don't know if you can speak to that at all, but I mean, that would be helpful for me because there's a lot of like PC games I'd love to play, but like I said, getting the barrier of entry seems like it's really high. So if there was a console that could kind of be a gaming PC and console in one, like that would be helpful for me. I don't know what you can tell us about the next gen console. Any?
Well, I can tell you're right that the next gen console is going to be a very premium, very high end curated experience. You're starting to see some of the thinking that we have in this handheld, but I don't want to give it all away.
We're talking a lot about the hardware, the devices, but when we think about those pivotal gaming moments, like I mentioned Halo, or I remember playing Myst, with my dad.
Yeah. Oh my God, Myst was good.
It was.
Now you're really hitting the nostalgia.
I'm really
You're really
extra
going
dating
for it.
myself.
Yeah.
But we haven't really talked a lot about like games, and I know like exclusives have been less of a focus. It seems like with Xbox, we're getting more like cross-platform games. Where do like big blockbuster, exclusives fit into this, if at all, or is it kind of evolving past that place?
We're really seeing people evolve way past that. Like the biggest games in the world are available everywhere.
Yeah.
You look at Call of Duty, you look at Minecraft, you look at Fortnite, you look at Roblox. Like that's actually what's really driving community in gaming. That's where people gather, they have experiences. And the idea of locking it to one store or one device is antiquated for most people. You want to be able to play with your friends anywhere, regardless of what they're on. And we're really leaning into that with this experience because it just opens up another way for you to play. As does cloud, as does PC, as does the consoles that we all own and have in our living room.
Thank you so much for joining Mashable in the studio. This has been the highlight of my week. I was so excited we got to do this. This is a really cool product.
Well, thanks for having me, and I look forward to you telling me more about how you enjoy playing the device.
We'll have a review coming soon. We're
Awesome.
excited.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.